what's going on? I'm in a box. Well, that's probably because we're about to speak to Aaron from Life Fitness Australia about the new Axiom range, and we've got a video that is going to be overlaid. This video, in fact, is going to be overlaid over us talking. So we're going to give you some in-depth knowledge about the new Axiom range, and it's about 10 minutes long, but there's some great information for gym owners, gym operators. Thanks very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and comment, ask questions, just tell us what you think about the new range. Let's jump into the video.
No worries.
This is the first thing for us. This is the first time, so here we go. Okay.
Bound to fail. They're like the hip abductor, adductor in the range, leg extension, leg curl. So we do have a range of both, as we mentioned, the single station units,
Yes.
but also the dual units in that Axiom range.
Yep.
And you can see, as you look across those weight stacks, just in those 3 or 4 pieces there, you can see that they're all the one height across the line.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it does really create a nice, clean look in the club.
Absolutely. Okay. So this is the leg press, obviously, but I wanted to ask you, do you know what's behind it and how they can actually achieve a same height of stack compared to a lighter machine such as chest press?
Yeah, so what they've done with in that regard is they've made the plates thinner.
Right.
So because the plates are thinner, it obviously, as you mentioned, when you've got a chest press versus say a leg press, the range of motion on a leg press would probably normally be more than say a chest press in terms of how far it's moving. So the stack would move further.
Right.
So what they've done is they've made the plates are wider, but they're thinner. So
Okay.
that does give you the freedom of having the weight stacks all
Gotcha.
the one height, because then they still move through the same sort of distance.
Gotcha. Excellent. Okay, good tip. Okay, and I'm going to pause that. I'm just going to give us a little bit more of a view. There it is there. So that's the top tray where we can put water bottles, towels, mobile phone, whatever we really want, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And that is actually a common feature to the Insignia range as well. They also have that
Yes.
sort of cutout tray feature. So, typically you'll see people put their water bottle on top of their phone in their keys if they're in their pocket, for example. It's a nice little sort of molded unit. And because the weight stacks are that uniform lower height, they're easy for people to reach, like myself, they're maybe a little bit shorter. So you have no issues getting your hand up there to put the bits and pieces into the tray.
Absolutely. And again, this is more of a closer view of the placards showing you how to use the machine, as well as the QR code that you can scan there to access how-to videos and tutorials on how to use the piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. So you can see there, it's a bicep curl unit.
Yep.
The muscle group being used is yellow, so it highlights what you're going to use. And then on the right hand side, it has pretty much a starting position and a finishing position, so you can see how you get into the unit, where you sit, and then how you make the curl. And that, of course, if you scan the QR code, you'll get a video of that. But
Great.
for people that don't want to do the scan, they can go the way of just looking at those images.
Yep, fantastic. I'm just going to pause it there because it's something that I noted that that's probably one of the most beautiful rear ends of a machine I've ever seen. It's
really looks great. The new dual pulley
Doesn't it?
in that range. We've got one in the showroom in Chatswood,
Oh, okay.
and it's been a real hit. And it's positioned now quite close to the cable motion dual adjustable pulley, which is probably one of the most recognised pieces of Life Fitness pin loaded products. They're in just about every club that we supply. I think the Axiom model looks fantastic. It has more of that full shrouding on the front, and that, like you say, that rear's really nicely contoured. It's a great unit at a slightly smaller footprint and slightly cheaper price point too.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'll do a little fancy thing here, and I'll bring all this information up without the music. I really love the fact that you've got some nooks here or pegs rather, for storage, and they're right in the center of the console, which is pretty cool. You've got some different ranges of chin-up capability. Could you actually use the crossbar there for TRX or suspension training or anything?
Yeah, you could. The unit weight itself would mean that it's not at risk of tipping or anything like that. Okay. You've got two weight stacks there. I think they are, I have to double check on that unit actually, but I believe they're around about 100 kilos each weight stack.
100 kilos, yep.
You're talking that the total weight of the unit would be probably 350 kilos, right. 400 kilos.
Wow, okay.
So you're not going to have any issues if you wanted to hang TRX from
sure.
From that section.
Oh, so there's a multi, is that correct?
The funny thing is that multi is actually our cable motion multi, but
right.
it gives you an idea of how well that Axiom range fits to a range like the signature cable motion, or on the right there with the leg raise, the Axiom sort of leg raise. So those products all sort of fit quite well aesthetically together. So
fantastic.
That cable motion unit you see there is one that you would see in a lot of clubs around the place, so either as a 4-stack or an 8-stack, 12-stack.
Yep.
It's quite a popular piece.
Yeah, fantastic.
I guess that also is assisted by the fact of the colour option. So obviously, here you've got that black frame with the tan sort of upholstery, and it looks great. It looks very high end.
Yep.
And that's one thing you'll have a lot of flexibility with, is that you can do the matching frame and upholstery colours between the different ranges, and there are so many options available to you in that
really
regard.
Smart. So again, just down the bottom here, it says 12 benches and racks in the option for the Axiom. Now, the local press release through Life Fitness Australia mentioned only 6 initially, so obviously that will expand as time goes by, hopefully.
I think that'll be the case, yeah. So in the last 6 to 12 months, we've seen a few different benches added, like the flexibility trainer, which you saw sort of underneath that Axiom sign in the background.
Yep.
So they've been adding little products to or bench products to that line over time, and I imagine that'll continue as we reach the 12. They've picked out the obviously the 12 they like, and in addition to the adjustable bench and the that unit there, the leg raise, there'll be some other units that'll become available.
Fantastic. Okay. So thank you, Aaron, for running through that. It's going to be really impressive, and it's even better. It's I guess it looks and feels almost like the Insignia range, but that higher spec, but at a better price point.
Yeah, so it'll be, I think it'll be ideal for certainly smaller health clubs.
Yep.
Maybe health clubs that don't have as strong a focus on their pin loaded area. So we've seen a real growth in, plate loaded strength training zones and things like that. And when clubs sometimes do that, they may go with a sort of a range like Axiom for their pin loaded products.
Yep.
We've got clubs that have express circuit lines, ladies only areas, regional clubs. It'll be very, very popular for those sort of markets. And I think we'll also see a bit of a growth with our customers in the vertical markets, which is hospitality, hotels, corporate gyms, that sort of thing as well. I think this range will be really well received by those because of the slightly smaller footprint, nice compact design. It'll work quite well in those sort of areas.
That's great. So the Axiom range is now available globally.
Thanks, Nate.
All right, mate. Take care. All right, so let's finish this off now. So that is the Axiom series by Life Fitness. And that was Aaron obviously talking there from Life Fitness Australia. And thanks very much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can comment, ask any questions that you'd like about the series or any of the other pieces of fitness equipment that we have on our YouTube channel. So guys, till next time, we'll see you hopefully in a gym sometime soon.